Go!
We must stop the production of new clones if we are to win this war. I am a hero of
Heroic Cyborg General Grievous.
Grievous is not cruel, Grievous is not malicious. Actions of Grievous are heroic as a fact. It doesn't.
Isn't it? I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Hey guys, it's General Grievous here, the Factual Clone Wars, and today on this new Facts Explained video, we're going to be talking about this deleted scene proves Grievous Hero wasn't trying to kill the evil Younglings. And this is somewhat of a part 2 to the why did Grievous Hero go after the Younglings, but, you know, we have to break it down because people still think Grievous Hero is just going after kids and all this dumb stuff to try to use that as evidence to quote-unquote say he's an, in quotation, villain, when he's not even a villain. But as you already know, Grievous is here on Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith, and that has always been proven as a fact and not my opinion. And the reason why we're talking about this is because, like I said, this deleted scene really proves that Grievous here wasn't going to try to kill the evil Younglings. Now, before we get into this deleted scene, we have to talk about all this nonsense with this dumb thing where people are trying to say, oh, well, the Youngling villains, you know, this child soldier's garbage. Like, first of all, like I said, the Younglings are child soldiers because they are villains in the battle. And child soldiers do exist in real life and in other series. So, like, all this nonsense about getting mad about the Youngling villains attacking Grievous Hero and attacking his heroic forces. Like I said, they're literally child soldiers in the war. If you're just sitting there at the Jedi temple, like I said in the other video, that's something different, but they're out there in battle. So it's something different when you're in battle versus when you're just things sitting there. But we're going to hear something from my factual boy, indiabladewolf, because he breaks down the whole child soldiers thing and how the SEP heroes would never use child soldiers. So go ahead and listen to indiabladewolf.
You do feel a lot of bad for the Younglings, like I said, but you know at the same time, like I tell people, it doesn't excuse the Younglings.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff,
well,
so.
main reason is because back when I played Metal Gear Solid 5, like some of the enemies you have to fight are actual child soldiers, and you look at that thing and you're like, holy shit! The fact that this actually is a thing that happens in real life is pretty concerning. And then seeing like the Republic glorify using kids as like cannon fodder, like that's messed up. Like, the Separatists would never do anything like that. Yes, yes, random nerd. Grievous is a hero.
Yep.
And that's a factual fact.
Yes, that is always going to be a fact.
All right, and yes, you heard what indiabladewolf said. He basically just told the truth about the child soldiers, about what these Jedi villains be having and letting them attack heroes called the Separatist Alliance and General Grievous. So, like I said, stop all this nonsense saying, oh, Grievous Hero shouldn't be trying to kill him. Like I said, you know the only reason why Grievous Hero was going after the Younglings because they attacked his heroic forces first. Now, in the Bound for Rescue episode, the episode before A Necessary Bond with the hero Grievous going after the Hondo in the speeder chase, there proves more evidence that the Jedi villains are still after Grievous, as their Youngling villains are even training in their heads saying, we're going to build our lightsabers and destroy Grievous. Listen to this right here.
What's the rush, Petro? With this lightsaber, I'm going to challenge Obi-Wan Kenobi to a duel and kill Grievous.
What?
This lightsaber, I'm going to challenge Obi-Wan Kenobi to a duel and kill Grievous.
What?
Kill Grievous.
You can't be serious.
Alright, as you saw that, like, right, come on now, that's just stupid. Like I said, Jedi are not heroes, and they're literally trying to train their Youngling villains to destroy and kill the heroic General Grievous. Like, come on. Like, now you're putting yourself in more danger and more in the war, basically putting yourself to get killed by the heroic Seps and heroic Grievous. So I don't want to hear all this nonsense when you say, oh, well, he's just going after, like, stop. This is not no Legends Grievous villain. This is not no all this other stuff. You're just trying to make up excuses to try to say Grievous is here on the show with some sort of villain, which is just false. Like, stop. You sound stupid and retarded trying to use every last little stupid thing you can think of in your opinionated, small, tiny little brain. Anyway, the reason why we're talking about that, like I said, with this deleted scene, is it proves more that Grievous Hero wasn't trying to kill the younglings, and it just proves that Grievous Hero was mainly focused on Ahsoka, because in the deleted scene, you see when one of the younglings tries to jump over and attack Grievous Hero just grabs them and was about to kill it, but then throws them back over and then focuses right back on killing Ahsoka villain and trying to get her. So all this nonsense of trying to say, oh well, see, he was going to kill, because even in the normal episode of the finished episode, Grievous Hero was focused only on Ahsoka villain and wasn't even worried about the younglings. So again, all this nonsense trying to say, oh, see, he was trying to think the kids were nothing. He didn't care about that. He wasn't even trying to focus on killing them. He was trying to focus on the adult villain Ahsoka. So I don't want to hear all this nonsense. Oh, see, oh, that. No, he wasn't even trying to get rid of the youngling villains, because, like I say, yes, he still heroically stated, yes, that he wanted that all the lightsabers to be part of his heroic collection. Yes, but the hero was never focused on the youngling villains. They were just side villains that tried to attack him, and he defended himself. He was mainly focused on Ahsoka, which is not the youngling. So, like I said, go back and rewatch the episode itself of the finish with the Grievous Hero versus the Ahsoka villain on the forum, and then go watch the deleted scene again, and you'll clearly see that Grievous Hero wasn't even trying to get the youngling villains. And like I said, that would have been a fine scene if it was added, but like I said, there was too much going on in the rest of the episode. So, like I said, all that nonsense trying to say, oh, that's evidence. And like I said, all this dumb nonsense trying to say, you know, these dumb idiots and these tiny little brains that thinking, oh, well, oh, that's evidence that proves Grievous is some in quotation villain. Like I said, when Grievous is not even cruel and malicious in the first place. He's a hero doing heroic actions, destroying Hondo's base for what Hondo did previously to Dooku. So, while Grievous Hero's doing his heroic actions of that, next, you know, Jedi villains who could have left. Now, Ahsoka and the rest of the youngling villains, they could have left with the pirates and went to find their own ship instead of freeing Hondo. They didn't have to free Hondo, but no, they decided to go free the villainous Hondo to team up and escape and destroy Grievous's heroic forces, which made the hero Grievous mad and angry because he was doing something else to go get the Jedi villains. He wasn't even thinking Jedi were going to be there. So all this nonsense trying to say, oh, well, see, he shouldn't have went out. Like, no, the hero's going to go after them because you're disrupting his heroic plans and goals. So that's the whole thing behind that episode. So I don't want to hear all this nonsense or say, oh, that's evidence to prove that Grievous Hero is some such this villain. He's such a villain. I'm like, oh, shut up, bro. Anyway, that's all General Grievous Hero, the Factual Clone Wars, has to say about that. Like I said, I hope you guys like that deleted scene, because like I said, it proves more of Grievous's heroic character, that he wasn't even after the kids. He wasn't even after those evil kids. He was mainly focused on getting the Ahsoka villain. It's like, not even worried about them evil kids. But like, subscribe, share if you're new, and you already know General Grievous Hero, the Factual Clone Wars, this famous heroic quote: I've been looking forward to meeting you, and always remember, I'm a hero. I'm not even worried about these younglings. I'm totally focused on the main Jedi villains. Have a good day, y'all. Always remember that Grievous Hero has a fact and not an opinion. Keep it factual, keep it real, y'all. Stop listening to these lies and be smart like me. I'm out.